All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Demon Slayer, Season 4, Episode 6. We're coming through.
Yeah, we're coming through.
Gyome and Inosuke. We are at the place where it happens. Yes.
We're in the training room where it happens.
That's right. Konpachiro has finally caught up to his
Good
rival.
man,
That's right.
Banchiro.
Yeah.
Yes, you've done well to make it this far. But now, does just the buck stop here?
Maybe. I mean, this is the final training.
Hashira.
Yeah, the final Hashira to train them. So is it that like this takes the rest of the season, or like all that demon stuff that has been seeded starts to then cause trouble at this point? I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I think we're set up for at least a full training episode for this one.
Yes.
But given that there's 2 more episodes after this,
I can
I'm
see
guessing
there
that
being
the
some
next
action.
episode is probably where things are going to bleed into like something more intense, and then the final episode will be the you know, everything comes to a head.
At the same time, Gyome is the one that I've been most excited to see throughout the whole show.
We don't know
so,
him.
Yeah, if they wanted to spend
is he
time
really?
here,
Yeah.
and we also don't have like a bunch of other Mook demon slayers that will then like hog the spotlight.
Right.
So then it could be like just Inosuke and Tanjiro.
For
And,
what
like,
reason
those
does the
other
mountain move?
I don't know, but deep roots are not reached by the frost.
True. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. All right, Zenitsu got here too.
Right. Never skip leg day.
Toph approves somewhere else out in the distance, talking
Right.
about stances and rooting yourself. I've scratched that one. Yep. Put him in the river! Send him down the river.
Yes. And put 2
Go
coins
away.
over his eyes while you're
Shoot.
at it.
Not to be a sourpuss, but I'd love to watch the season that this OP seems to be for. I'm enjoying what we're getting, but
No, it's probably gonna be
look at this, and then he starts off with fucking Muzan.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe it's all in the last episode, you know?
Yeah, or the last 2 or something. Yeah.
Hey, cold water is really good to
get you
revitalize your body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Perfect. Zenitsu,
Yeah.
this is what's so wonderful about your character. Amazing.
All right.
Yep, once it gets to the balls, you know.
Full concentration breathing. Suck the balls up into the stomach.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
What? Oh.
He didn't lose his stance, though. Manjiro.
Inosuke!
Now, the real question is...
He was accidentally waterboarding himself the whole time, you know?
But how long was Inosuke there?
Right.
Probably several days.
But in some ways, the friction of the water on you would actually create its own form of heat. And you'd probably be able to focus on that. It already fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then I got in the water.
Yep, of course. There it is.
It's only my 10th.
Yeah.
I mean, I would hope so.
It's on his cock, you know, Yeah, they're talking
Hey,
about.
you guys got to hear. That's impressive.
Yeah, yeah. Tanjiro, your wholesome protagonist nature is showing, you know? And people say that Demon Slayer doesn't have, like, superpowers or magic.
Right, right,
What the fuck
yeah.
is that?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? Yeah. He is literally an abnormal titan. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. He's still chanting while floating down the river.
I'm waiting for like the
Squish.
back breaking, like
Yeah.
knee breaking, you know. Still been here for 3 days after
Right.
he lifted it. Damn.
Okay.
Okay, we getting some Muzan time. I mean,
I'm
I need
always
it.
up for that.
Yeah. Oh, he's directing where to look. Cool. Because if this is
Very
all
cool.
stuff that blood came from him, he could even have some understanding of the powers that they're using
Sure.
themselves and being like, okay, use it this way, go over here. I love this panicked, like, almost like, I need to find her now.
Right. There's a level of desperation in this, even though he's
Right.
trying not to let it show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. The dirt isn't strong enough to, like, actually
Yep.
keep you there.
Yeah. Yeah. This is great, but bye. Regular humans are, you know, going home.
Okay. I mean, just having gotten this far will probably help them tons in the fight to come.
Yeah. What a leader! What a
Yep.
leader! Yes, that's that.
Although, holy muscles, Zenitsu.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay.
Sauce.
Actual flavor being put in here.
Right, right. Yeah.
I was like, oh, I put extra salt.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's
Hunger
still no
is the best
protein in there,
seasoning.
but yeah.
The tears of their training are what's actually,
Right.
you know, seasoning that rice. But once you put the soy sauce and you roasted it, I'm like, okay, now we're cooking. Yeah. Even though soy sauce
Sure.
is just salt too, but
Right.
yeah. And then he reveals that it's like, no, the boulder's impossible to push. This was just the mental thing to have you sit up against an impossible to defeat
Right,
opponent and
exactly.
not give up, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What are you doing here? Oh, he was told to stay away.
Gotcha.
Gotcha, yeah. No.
After all, he doesn't maintain that fantastic hair without one.
It does look a little bit more red than brown. Oh. Oh,
What?
a technique. He's like, hey. Yeah. Sorry, you're still human, Tanjiro.
Right.
No.
And you need to figure out how to, like, breathe.
He is worthy.
Yeah.
Huh. All that took an hour, you know.
Right.
Mom! Yes!
I love it.
Mom Jiro, Mom Jiro.
Yep.
お前の額の技ってそれと同じ状態になってるってことなんじゃないか。だけど姫島さんや玄也、お前にだって技はないぞ。お前にとって感情が強く高ぶる時ってどんな時なんだ。
Usually
Let's
when he's
go!
somebody. Yeah.
なんかわかんないけど悲しい。
Yeah, yeah. He just went to a place.
お前ならきっとできる。
Oh, this is really soft. I like this.
Yeah. Also, I love that they're having this whole set of conversations when Inosuke's just already doing it.
俺の反復動作はまず大切な人の顔を思い。心を思い。
Yep, yep, yep. Oh, I love it. I love it.
All right.
Because that's tied into the power system of sorts. That's tied
into his
into the
personal
emotions.
story.
It's tied into the story. Yeah. All right. Go beyond. Oh, there it is.
初めのうちはできなかったけど。反復動作から全力を出す。反復動作から全力。この工程を。
Fuck yeah. Yeah, the momentum's going, but it's not even rolling.
Yeah. Yeah. Now just 355 more feet.
You're a monster. No, not the end of the
Ooh.
episode.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Okay.
どうしたんですか？
What? Numb.
Oh. Yes. The cat's like, wait, get away.
次回第7話岩柱姫島行。
Good.
Cool.
Okay, we
I like
are
it.
we are going to get to know him next episode. Okay. This was the training.
Yep.
Next episode is the character.
Okay.
All
right.
Fire Chiro, you know.
Yep, that's right.
Yes. We had his heart ablaze and he tapped into every aspect of all the stuff of the nebulous Demon Slayer power system.
Yep.
And he moved the rock.
Right.
Which is, it's cool. He did the thing, but
Yeah.
again,
So
yeah.
similar feelings to previous episodes, but also a bit different for me. So on the one hand, a lot of the words that they were using to describe the things that Tanjiro was getting at, and then a lot of the time that he's spending with the other, like, unnamed Demon Slayer members, rather than, like, his two buddies that are there. Right. It's sort of like, okay, come on, like, we just got Inosuke, and yet we're not, like...
There's no time.
You're not really hanging out with them, yeah.
It was more time spent on Zenitsu screaming again.
Which,
about
to be fair,
stuff.
I liked Zenitsu screaming. That was done very well this
Yes,
episode.
the rock Zenitsu love. That's
exactly.
Still a better love story than Twilight, you know?
Yeah, right. That being said, I did like the actual things that Tanjiro had to do this episode more than the others.
Yes.
With the other situations where it's like, okay, the Hashira are basically just going to take turns beating you up, it doesn't really feel like it's something where you're really, like, improving, because it's just, well, they're better than you. Of course they are, right? Whereas in the whole idea of, like, okay, we're going to sit under the waterfall, that actually, like, all the things that they did really felt like crazy feats of strength.
They were crazy feats of strength, but they also felt like mental, like...
Yeah.
willpower kind of things as well.
Right.
Just like stand your ground. Don't stop. Don't give up. You'll have weight coming in, burden coming in above you, basically. Just
that is truly more than you can bear.
Truly more than you can bear, and it is a mental one as well. And I feel like the idea of the fight coming ahead being one where it's it's impossible.
Right.
So just don't give up. And so Tanjiro moving the rock, I feel a little bit almost disappointed that he moved the rock. I wished it was something where he had to just commit to it, and it's no, you could never move this rock. Like, the reason why Genya can do it is because he's part demon and stuff. Like,
sure,
you're still a human being, Tanjiro. Like, but no, we've got our flame sun, kind of boy, and here we go.
Hey, strong boy does the strong thing. I don't have an issue with that. The thing of, like, getting the image of his family in his mind, I think that's cool, but also at the same time, he's done that plenty of times before, so that doesn't feel like anything new, you know?
No, if anything, this feels kind of repetitive.
Yeah.
Hey, repetitive motion. Woo.
Yeah.
But as far as what we actually progressed with story-wise with regards to most anything, it's really just Tanjiro taking the little amalgamation of things that he's got over the series as a whole and just coalescing it into one full package.
Right.
Which is the idea of, hey, not just the mark, not just the breathing, not just the memories, not just the support from all the friends and stuff, and not just doing this in a way that you will then inspire others, but putting it all together into something where you can tackle an impossible task like, you know, slaying an immortal, you know, Michael Jackson, you know,
Right.
cosplayer, you know. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, the task before you is immense and crazy and wild, and as always with Demon Slayer, I just want to actually like get more in-depth stuff with the characters.
Like if they had given this exact same montage, but had it be like during the time while they're like having all these thoughts of like, oh, this is crazy, the water's so cold, you know, oh, get back to the warm rocks, or oh my god, you know, Inosuke passed out under the waterfall. If we had that like with Gyome, like say talking over this sequence with like maybe his philosophy of exactly what it means to be strong, and like to sort of like really highlight those themes that
There's
were like,
ways to
oh, we
two-for-
think that this is here and this is
Yeah,
what
there's
it's
ways
getting
to
at.
2-for-1 this to go a little bit more in depth
Right.
with it. Otherwise, it's
It's
more of the same that we've gotten
Right.
this season, and it's not you know frustrating. It's just like, oh, I want to go in depth with this show at times, and I'm like, I
it
need
feels like it's-
something to get into, like
Right.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but
next episode apparently is titled Gyome, so
so we can get to know
I'm
his
excited
character.
about that.
Cool, because we desperately need to get to know all the Hashira so that we're ready for big fight coming up. You know,
And I will say, I don't feel like I need or necessarily even want like some tragic backstory for him,
No.
even though I'm sure that he has one because all the Demon Slayers would, right?
I just want to know why he weeps.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
Right? Like,
It's such a cool contrast of
Yep.
a contradiction of a character that they're so strong, they seem so at peace,
Right.
and yet they weep.
yeah,
So,
it's right. It very much the thing that he seems to set up or seed in my mind is the idea that he doesn't have some arc that he needs to go on.
No.
It's he's
actualized.
Yeah, he is actualized. He is
Yeah.
at peace. And so that's the lesson that our characters can learn in that.
You can have the turbulent, strong emotions
Right.
and be fully actualized.
Yeah, you can be in a crazy situation where you have to fight all these insanely powerful demons that are going to slaughter your friends and family.
Right.
And yet you are still stone. You know, right? Like the mountain does not move.
The mountain
you know?
does not move. Yeah.
Right.
I like that. And there's probably going to be some more complexities and stuff to it. You
Sure.
know? But
Yeah.
hey, I'm all for that. Muzan focus as well. Love that. Definitely
Yep.
seems like they're teeing him up for stuff in the next 2 episodes here. Also, given that we're, you know, rapidly approaching the end of the series as a whole. You gotta start giving some more focus to Muzan as well, because in a lot of ways, Muzan's a villain that doesn't get written, is not written in a way that naturally brings about screen time. He
right.
is what I would call the scheming, behind the scenes,
Right.
terrified of the protagonist's one advantage that they have over him, and thus will never show weakness,
Right. And-
any kind of moment of
yeah.
desperation. And yet, this whole season, in a lot of ways, is this is the one thing I can really read into, almost maybe a little bit too much, is showing that it's not desperation from the sense of, oh, I'm afraid that I'm going to lose or what have you.
Right,
But
or
it's
panicking or desperation of the
like, I can smell it.
Right.
My victory is there.
could-
It's right there. I just need to find it. I just need it now.
Right. He could very easily have the lady that's playing the instrument and doing the scouting just do that. But he's not.
He's being
sitting
right
there.
there.
He's sitting there while she's doing it, right?
Yeah.
Like that is
He's eager.
Yeah, exactly.
And of course, he's too cool as a villain to
truly
show it.
that.
No.
But no, like it's the person that doesn't want to like let people know that they're just like checking their phone for texts from their crush, right? All the time, But that's what Muzan's doing.
Have you found her yet? No.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Muzan,
Yeah.
you just asked me 30 seconds ago. I know that.
I just you know.
I just so believe in your abilities.
Right, exactly. You know.
You could do anything. If you have any new weapon.
Also,
no.
Also, something that I want to throw out there that I don't think is that big of a deal because I think this person is different and special, right? But Muzan oftentimes will have a lot more threats of like, don't fail me. But he didn't do that here. Now, it could be because he holds this person in much higher regard, and I think he does.
I mean, there's a lot potentially that they're all they're connected to.
Right.
This whole domain that they're in is potentially theirs.
Her thing, yeah.
I mean, there's so much basically that this one demon is basically holding up the scaffolding for Muzan's power.
Right.
Just as far as like looking at all the demons that we've encountered thus far.
She's the X Factor.
She is such a terrifying non-character.
Right.
To the point that's what her power is. Her power is so potentially incredible that she doesn't even feel like a character. She feels like a
presence.
A presence that just Muzan is like, yes, you are effectively my fortress. Just
right. I won't speak to you as an equal, but I certainly speak to you as more of an equal than any of the other demons, right? Like, you know, and there's that part of me though that wants to think in like fan fiction headland that is this also maybe because Muzan's lost a lot of his pawns? And so you can't just be like, well, you're not cutting it, so, you know, I don't think that's what the show's setting up at all. But
she's just never failed.
Yep.
Good old fortress, you know, just chilling here.
Right.
You know. And then also, you know, if we're going to go full war and everything pretty soon here, information is
key.
Everything.
Yeah.
Knowing is half the battle and all that.
Right.
So if Muzan thinks he knows something, we can get him to move. And if he moves, and even if it's not him, and if he's still being no, I can't go out.
Right, even if he just
killed, he sends somebody else.
Right.
That's somebody that might walk into a trap of 7 Hashira that gank him, you know?
Right. Like if he just depletes his non-him forces, then he'll be forced to move himself. Right? Like
it feels very Voldemort in a lot of ways. And I'm sorry for comparing. I'm sorry for comparing you to Voldemort. You don't deserve that. But just the idea that there's so much fear surrounding the potential of that one weakness, that one protagonist that reminds you of the one thing. It feels very Voldemort.
Right. I so sought to conquer death because I'm scared of it.
Yes.
That just because I've conquered it doesn't mean I'm not still scared of it. And so that fear is now going to start to be poked at.
Right.
Yeah.
But I've conquered it in every area except this one stupid little area.
Yep.
That, fuck you, son, you know?
Yep.
Fun stuff.
Gyome episode.
Yeah, Gyome episode next time. So, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below. For our Patreon, you got on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. Also, be sure to check out our Twitch channel. See if any of that interests you. We'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.